as you can see from the sky up there today, things are looking a lot calmer up here. The wind's gone, the rain's gone. Got this gorgeous sky going on with all the clouds, but it's nice, it's mild. It's not too bad up here today. Anyway, last week I was asking about what to do with my onions, to whether to uncover them, keep them covered, and I think the general consensus was keep them covered, but I'm going to make some hoop beds so we can elevate the fleece off of the onions, give them a bit of space to grow. So that's what I'm going to try and tackle today. I should be doing 1,000 other things because we're only a week from Christmas, but yeah, I've had enough of that. It gets a bit hectic over Christmas, gets a bit overwhelming with work and trying to get everything ready. So this is like the perfect escape. So I'm coming up here today just for an hour or two, get away from it, get another job done. Brought my assistant today. I'm not sure how much help she'll be. She generally just chews rocks and barks at me. That's her main focuses of interest. So we'll see how we get on with her. So this is what we've got coming up. This was the side where I left them sticking out slightly. They're doing really well. This side were buried. They're not coming up quite as well. They're still coming up. But then it was a different type of onion that went in it as well. And that is looking suspiciously onion-like. Looks like a dandelion. I shall get that one out. Right, the way I'm planning to make the little hoop house is I'm going to put these little clips on the inside of the raised bed, screw them in, and then cut this pipe to the right length and then insert these little hooks here into the pipe so that will hold it in place. And then over the top I shall put fleece, or I've got some polythene. I'm going to see which works best and just hold it in place with the clips and then weigh it down at the sides. So that's how I'm going to approach it.
If it's your first time watching, my name's Claire and the little furry blonde one is Delilah. These are my allotment diaries and I'd love it if you would join us, subscribe, give us your top tips and advice and just see how we build up the allotment.
I've done, I've attached the little clip to the raised bed, and then I've stuck the hoop through the clip, and I've wedged it into the ground. Done that all the way along each side, and I've pushed it right into the ground as well.
I watched a really helpful video on a channel called Gardener Scott, and he suggested putting a brace across the top and the sides to try and stabilise the hoops. So I'm going to give that a go. I don't have quite enough wood, so I'll use what I've got, and then I'll come back and just reinforce it later.
That's it finished. I thought first I was going to put fleece on top, but it's really narrow fleece and I think it's just going to blow away in 10 seconds up here. So I had this polythene cover which goes with a little grow house. The grow house frame doesn't fit over that raised bed, so this pretty much fits. So I've just stuck it over the hoops. It's temporary. I can't get it right down to the ground, so there's a solid chance the wind will just whip it away. But what I've done is I've put little tent pegs in around the base, and then at the back I've used some bungees and I've tied it to the fence, so if the worst happens, at least it's not going to go anywhere. It will just stay attached to the fence.
So the sun's getting pretty low in the sky, but I've got a bit of time just to finish up with a few more jobs. The endless laying of cardboard continues. I've now covered most of the allotment, getting ready for the wood chips coming up next week. And then I thought it was high time I gave this compost heap a bit of a turning over. So I have dug it all out, flipped it around, and then pushed it all back in just to get some air in, because I really haven't done this enough. So yeah, I need to get on and turn the compost, and that's just about all I had time for today. So here's a quick look at what we've done today. We've managed to cover up the garlic with the little fleece and poly hoops on the right there. I've got most of the path finished with cardboard and covered up the onions to protect them from those pesky rooks. And here's a shot of them flying over, having a look to see what they can eat. They are beautiful, really. I just don't want them eating my onions yet. If you're enjoying watching the progress of how the allotment's coming along, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll keep posting.